Hello dear and Birds from TV viewers, this is our weekly program for the week 28th of January until 4th of February. Event held on 1st of February on Athens Law University for the law cases of People's Front in Greece. Event held on 1st of February on Athens Law University for the law cases of People's Front in Greece and the imprisonment of revolutionaries Halidemir Polat and Hussein Kılıç, and the general attacks that face from the collaboration of Greek state with US, EU imperialism and Turkish fascism. In the event participated 75 people. Participants as speakers were Konstantina Karchiote, made an invitation for the Committee of Solidarity to the Revolutionaries from Turkey. Halidemir, political prisoner from Kanya prison with telephone communication. Lawyer Panagiotis Antoniou, defense attorney in the Halkida case. Lawyers Ioanna Kurtovic and Thanasis Kabayanis, defense attorneys in the case of the 11. Representatives of the following organizations and groups that are part of the committee: Communist Party Greece, Marxist-Leninist, Constant Struggle, Rubicon, Sika Pro, Workers Group T34. Political prisoner Theanos Hatziagellou also sent a greeting text from Larsa prison. The event finished with a call of the committee on the 19th of March in front of Supreme Court that it will be held a decision about the objection that the prosecutor of Greece won against the 11 revolutionaries from Turkey that imprisoned in Greece. EU and US imperialism continues its economic and military support to the Nazi Zelensky regime in Ukraine. The plan to amend the EU-US long-term budget for 2021-2027 for additional financial aid to Ukraine was blocked by Hungary's veto at the EU Leader Summit in December. At the EU's Special Summit on 1st of February, a compromise was reached. Charles Michel, President of the European Council, announced that all the 27 member states had reached an agreement on an additional 50 billion euros in aid to Ukraine. EU and US imperialism continues its economic and military support to the Nazis. Hundreds of thousands take to the streets in Germany against racism. The people of Germany took to the streets after it was revealed that the AfD and neo-Nazi groups had held a secret meeting to discuss reporting foreigners and series of the racist policies. Hundreds of thousands of people took part in the protest in various parts of the country. Those calling for the closure of the far-right AfD party said it would take Germany back to the dark days of the past. As anti-imperialists, let's raise our voices everywhere against the rise of the fascist wave that it built on migrants. Imperialism attacks on Yemen continue. The bombardment of Yemen by British and US warplanes continues. Yemen's Al Masirah television reported that the port of Ras Issa was hit twice on 27th January. There was no statement regarding the loss of the life and property. Houthis attacked the oil tanker Marlin Luanda, operated by the Trafigura company, the previous day, and the fire broke out on board. In response, on 2nd of February, Yemeni armed forces directly attacked a port in Israel's Zionist place. We stand by the Yemen people's struggle against imperialism. Attack on the US base in Jordan. The US base in Jordan, one of the collaborators of imperialism region, was attacked by a drone allegedly sent from Syria resistance forces. It was announced that at least 3 US soldiers were killed and dozens of US soldiers were wounded in the attack. The peoples of the Middle East has increased their repression in recent months against the massacres of imperialism in the Middle East, which have been going on for years and continue with Palestine. Imperialism will be defeated in the Middle East. The resisting people will win. Massacre continues in Gaza. Resistance continues to fight against imperialism and Zionism. According to the statement of the Ministry of Health in Gaza on 1st of February, the number of people killed in Israel's Zionist attacks increased to 27,000. Israeli forces killed 119 more Palestinians in the Gaza Strip in the last 24 hours. In the Gaza Strip, where 190 more people were wounded in the last attacks, the total number of wounded increased to 66,000. Victory to Palestinian resistance. Let's raise solidarity all over the world to Palestine to stop the massacre and genocide. Hunger strike continues in Turkey against isolation in prisons. Turkey fascism continued to torture revolutionary prisoners with self-isolation in prisons. The attack, which was carried out with F-type project cells in the past, is carried out today with SRY types. Only revolutionaries resist these attacks today as in the past. This resistance is carried out by Nurettin Kaya with the death-fast resistance, and Hussein Karaoğlan, Sezgin Zengin, and Baki Janishik with the hunger strike. We stand with the revolutionaries resisting against isolation all over the world. Defense Minister of Greece, Nikos Dendias, announced that the military base of Larissa will be operation headquarters for attacks to EMN's resistance. Defense Minister of Greece, Nikos Dendias, said to propose taking command of a forthcoming imperialist EU naval mission in the Red Sea aimed at the safeguarding ships for attacks by EMNs to Libya. He further mentioned that the military base in Larissa, located in the central of Greece, could serve as the operational headquarters for this mission. Dendias was speaking to reports ahead on an EU defense minister meeting in Brussels, where the mission's command structure was expected to be determined. Earlier in the day, the EU's foreign policy chief, Joseph Borrell, said that their operation is expected to commence by mid-February. Greek government is totally collaborator of imperialism and act against the people of the world in Middle East. Massive clashes erupted between students and police forces in Athens, Greece. Massive clashes erupted between students and police forces in Athens, Greece, during protests against government's plans to privatize a university. Video footage captured students striking riot police helmets with red flags, while tear gas was deployed and batons were used to disperse protesters. Several arrests were made. For the past week, students have been protesting against right-wing Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis, who is pushing through several pieces of legislation to legalize privatizing universities for this first time. Students fear these moves would jeopardize the public education sector, which has already struggled with funding problems. Protesters were seen holding banner reading, "No to the privatizations of public education."
Είναι μεγάλη ανάγκη, παιδί μου, ο αγώνας, να εξελιχθεί ένας αγώνας, ένας συλλογικός αγώνας από τους φοιτητές και τους μαθητές, από όλο το λαό, μέσα στις σχολές του, μέσα στους φοιτητικούς συλλόγους, μέσα στα μαθητικά συμβούλια, ώστε συλλογικά και οργανωμένα να απαντήσουν και να μην αφήσουν να περάσει αυτή η τομή.
Πειράζει πάρα πολύ και το Υπουργείο Παιδείας και τους διευθυντές και κάνουν τα πάντα, ακόμα και με καταστολή. Και δηλαδή είχαμε πρόσφατα, προχθές νομίζω, ή πριν 3 μέρες, που συλλάβανε τις μαθητές μας που κάνουν κατάληψη. Μπήκανε μέσα στο σχολείο που κάνουν κατάληψη και συλλάβανε τους μαθητές μας η αστυνομία.
Dear Unburned Front TV viewers, this our weekly program is finished. Don't forget to follow us in our social media, Twitter, Facebook, Telegram and YouTube channel, because follow Unburned Front TV means that you follow the voice of the people of the world against disinformation and imperialism.